Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Lydia, and if you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, join the growing family, turn notifications on, and while you're down there, give me a thumbs up because it really does help me out. So today we are talking about migraines. I'm going to talk about my experience with them. I'm not a professional, so please don't take anything I say as professional advice. This is just what I do to manage and what I've seen others do. So if you don't know, my friend Alana also has migraines, but she is medicated for hers. I have a PRN medication for mine, but I don't take it because it just intensifies the headache. I think because I've been on it so long. My first migraine was 2019? No, it wasn't, 2017. It was after my first adult admission, where I literally hit the floor and smashed my head against the floor, causing damage to my spinal cord. That's the issue when you talk about your past and it's traumatizing, is you end up in flashbacks. Which is why I try and avoid talking about trauma on this channel, but I need to talk about what happened in order to progress with the video. Basically, I had a flashback of going into urgent care with a staff member who I was on a section 2 with, and got called in straight away, lay down on the bed, and they had lines in both arms and my neck, and my heart rate was irregular. I couldn't move because I was attached to a board. I was attached to a hard board in urgent care, and they was like, "You should have taken her to A&E, not here. We're gonna launch an investigation into your services." And I got transferred to Blackburn Hospital by blue light, and I had slipped a disc in my back. I couldn't breathe properly. I didn't know what caused that, but my heart rate was going from being really high to really slow to really high to really slow. It was irregular. But anyway, back on the story of migraines. After that, I had my first migraine, and that was the excruciating pain and pressure that it builds up in your head. And I was prescribed Samaritans to manage my migraines. I was on that for around 6 years, which I know is a long time to be on a triptan. I don't need people to tell me that. But I had a constant migraine for 3 years. And it was just so painful all the time that I had to take Samaritans. Then it was amitriptyline, which is what I'm prescribed now for it. Not amitriptyline like Alana, amitriptyline. So it's still a triptan. But yeah, I also take Migraleave, which, yes, it has paracetamol in, but I haven't reacted to it. So, as long as I don't react to it. Now, I try not to take medication for it. I just lie in a dark room. Like, right now I've got my blind up my window, so like I got a light for the video. But normally my blinds are down. My laptop is on dark mode all the time. Like, I don't do light and day and night on my laptop. I have it all set to night. Basically, anything that I can do to avoid like direct brightness, I do. Another thing I do is I use a cooling mask on my face that goes in my fridge, or I use my heated eye mask, which is electric. I also have these migraine strip things that you can put on your head and they cool it down. I've got a roll-on one. I've got a lot of things that I use to try and make migraines not occur. Migraines can affect absolutely anybody. No one is exempt from migraines. They're more than just about headache. It's painful, and mine are visual, so I see spots of black everywhere and can't even go on my phone. When I go out, I try not to listen to music too loud. Like when I go to Wetherspoons today, I'll be taking my headphones and I'll be watching something on BBC iPlayer because I'm enjoying watching Casualty at the minute. But migraines are possible to treat, and I will say this: I haven't had a migraine in about a month, which is pretty good for me. Drinking caffeine is not so good for migraines, and I do drink a substantial amount of caffeine in a day. I don't think I'd be me if I didn't drink caffeine. I don't think I'd be able to function if I didn't drink caffeine. But another thing I do for migraines is I make sure I eat something when I'm experiencing a migraine, because sometimes migraines can come on from hunger, so there is that. But most of the time I just snuggle up in bed with Mr. Unicorn. Yeah, that's just a little bit about migraines and my experience, and I want you to know that if you have migraines, you're not alone. They're very common and they hurt, but we can relate on that level. we can relate on the pain scale. I will say this though, if you do have migraines for an extended period of time, please, 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 please seek help, because it is necessary. And there are medications you can go on that will reduce the amount of migraines you have, such as Alana. Alana was going through a phase of having really intense migraines a lot. She went to a GP and her GP prescribed amitriptyline. I've never been on amitriptyline for pain, I've only ever been on it as an antidepressant. I reacted really badly to it, so I can't go on it. That's why I'm not on amitriptyline. If I could, I would, because I'd give anything to get rid of migraines, but I can't, so what you gonna do about it? But yes, I am gonna end this video here. If you want to learn more about migraines, I recommend Alana's video, which is up on the iCard there, and I'll link it in the description down below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to buy me a little gift to help me out and make me feel a bit better, my Amazon wish list is in the description down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.